Hi, my spectacular chefs. Welcome to Recipe Specialty, where we show you how to make a variety of dishes from eggs to eggceptional. In this video, I'm going to make a rich and creamy butternut squash soup. What I used to prepare this dish was a plump butternut squash, chicken broth, a white onion, butter, cinnamon, and good old salt and pepper. Now, normally I would make my own chicken broth, and I have a video that I'll post at the end here, but I used canned Cento chicken broth. It's delicious. With that said, let's start cooking. Butternut squashes, like most squashes, can be really tough. So do yourself a favor and microwave that bad boy for about 90 seconds. It's not going to cook it, but it will help to soften the skin enough so you don't need power tools to cut into it. Also, pardon my wrist brace, things get pretty crazy up in this kitchen. While the squash is microwaving, you can prep your onion. Cut it in half through the root end so that it stays intact. Peel off the skin, then with a sharp knife, cut it almost to the root end like so, but not all the way through it. Then cut from the top down again not cutting through the root, and then you could cross cut and you've got easily diced onion pieces. This cutting technique works not just for onions, but anything in the onion family, from leeks to shallots. Now, let's get to that squash. I'm sorry, but I lost a bit of the footage here. Picture this in your head. Cut the squash in half through the vertical lengthwise from top to bottom, and then scoop out the seeds and that gook and all that stuff. Then, to make your life a little easier, cut the squash into pieces to make peeling easier. Grab your potato peeler and start hacking away at the skin. No, wait, that doesn't work too well. Use a sharp knife like a chef's knife to cut the outer peel, like I'm doing here. Then, cube up the remaining pieces and set aside. In a stock pot, heat some butter in the pan and saute the onions in it till they're translucent. This should take a couple minutes. Next, add the squash and pour in the chicken broth. Follow that up by adding in the seasoning. Hit it with the salt, pepper, and finally the cinnamon. Bring it to the boil and then lower the heat and let it simmer until the squash gets fork tender and cooked through. About 30 minutes should do the trick, but give it more time if you prefer. With soups and stews, the longer they cook, the better they get, and the richer they get. Here's where it can get messy. You can eat the soup as is, but I'm making a puree. If you have an immersion blender, go to work right in the pot. Unfortunately, I don't have one, so I scoop the veg into a food processor with a little bit of the broth, but not too much of the liquid, and I give that a nice blitz, and then I scoop it back into the pot, back and forth, back and forth. I try to scoop in about half a cup of the liquid to help it get creamy and smooth, and then return that to the pot from the blender, give it a nice stir, add it back to the heat for a couple minutes to let the blended material marry with the broth, and then I stir it again, and it was just a big production. Like, look at that puree. That puree is pretty thick. So this was a little bit of a back and forth for me. Honestly, I invested in an immersion blender after this experience, and I suggest you do the same. Regardless of the minor headaches, this came out amazing, if I do say so myself. It was so rich, creamy, and delicious. Patting myself on the back over here. If you made this, please let me know what you think. Did you tweak the recipe at all? Do you have any suggestions to improve it? Is there anything you would do differently? I'd love to hear all your feedback. I'm all ears. Thanks so very much for taking the time to watch this video. I am truly grateful for all the love and support. You were all so very kind. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you. If you all liked this video, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, subscribe, check out the website. Ultimately, let's eat!